Hello, my name is Lon Cullen, and I'm the lead instructor for Singletrack Skills. We're at Oak Mountain State Park. My buddy David Passmore and I are planning on each month going to a feature or section of trail that is very popular to get down safely or to get up safely with control and a little bit of flair and performance. The first feature that we're at is probably the most popular one in the park, and it is called Blood Rock. It's been here a long time and people have ridden it down in a long time. It's featured in just about every race that comes out here, from the Bump and Grind, the annual big race that we've had for over 25 years now, to the Xterra. And so yeah, I'm going to give one or two tips on how to get down this thing with a lot of flair and performance and control. We've changed the camera angle to where the camera is now focusing going down the feature, the direction that the racers and just the trail riders come through. And I'm going to talk about one of the 7 or 8 different things that I highlight in my class. Now, it's important to remember that this is just one part of the puzzle. So a rider has to do more than just this one thing to make it down this trail in control, but I think it's one of the most important things because it's happening at a place that a lot of people have trouble with. And what it is just called terrain awareness. And so basically I'm focusing on looking where I want to go. There's a hole right here that captures a lot of people's front wheels and it sends them over the bars into here. Sometimes people will make it past there and they'll put their front wheel into this hole, but this is the more common one. So in order to solve that problem, what I do is I focus right here. I make an X in my mind right here, and I'm going to put a glove down just so it's a little easier to see when I actually ride down where I'm actually looking. Yeah, so I also want to show you what happens with that hole on a bike because it's kind of hard to get the depth with a camera. So I'm going to do that right now. Yeah, so here's what it looks like when the rider looks at what he or she is afraid of. They get right over to here, and even if you barely get in the hole, you're still in the hole. And if you're there and you put pressure on your hands, you see how easy it is to go over the handlebars. So not looking at that edge, looking at that glove is part of solving the problem. And when I do that, it's amazing how close my wheels actually get to that rock in that root, but I don't go in them. Yeah, so we changed the camera position and we're looking up what I just wrote down. I don't know if you noticed, but I threw a glove down here to kind of highlight the place I said earlier that I was going to be looking at whenever I came down, and so and that's what I did. A couple things to think about. One is notice that I was never doing the bird feeder coming down. There was never a point where you were thinking, oh crap, he's not going to make it. Everything was controlled. My bike actually helped me. It's a Slash, it's a long travel bike, but I've done this same trail many times, even on a rigid single speed. And as long as I'm executing those 7 or 8 tips that I talk about in my class, then I'm going to make it down safely. There should never be a time where the EMTs are worried if somebody's going to make it down. As long as we're doing the right things. Yeah, and so the other thing, I don't know if you noticed that I was going pretty slow. I was going at a pace that I encourage first-timers to go at coming down this thing. It's not too fast to where the beginner's getting out of control, but it's also not so slow that that person is trying to keep his or her balance, which makes things more difficult. So it's that sweet spot. Of course, riders can come down it way faster, but they have to be able to come down it in control first. Yeah, thanks for your time, and we'll get together for another session on another feature. So the last thing I want to mention is these well-ventilated full-face helmets are becoming very popular, and what I always tell my clients is buy one. I've seen a lot of people go down and put their face actually right there, right over there, and it's just not fun, and these things really do protect your face. Your local bike shop can carry them. Make sure that you get one with lots of vents. You don't want a full moto helmet or a full downhill helmet. Yeah, stay tuned for the next place that David and I will go and feature, and if you're interested in seeing where I'm teaching, then go to my website. If you want to jump in and be a part of a camp or a private lesson, I'm at singletrackskills.bike. Thank you very much.